Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Teacher Jeremiah. Today we're going to look at a topic of difference of overlapping areas. So this question is very commonly tested, but many students get it wrong. So can you solve it? Let's have a look. So this question is coming from Body 2020 Essay 2. The figure below is made out of a quarter circle with two semicircles. Use the calculator value of pi to find the difference in area between the shaded area W and the shaded area Y. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So we look at this question. Wow, looks like a very complex shape. So can we directly calculate the areas of these shapes here, since we want to find W and Y? We see, looks like it is very odd shape. I can't directly calculate it. So how can we calculate it? Let's look at one example first. So can you find the area of this next figure that I will show you? This shaded area. At this point, many students will be able to see, actually I can just calculate this unknown shape here, the area of the shaded, by using some known shapes, right? Such as the square and the quarter circle. Take the square minus the quarter circle, I get the area of the shaded. So first point of knowledge here is that to calculate some unknown shapes, we use the known shapes. Now let's come back to this question and try it out. So let's see, for example, I want to find the area of W and use known shapes. So of course, we have the big quarter circle here, and which part should we minus? We should minus this part here. Then we see, I cannot calculate this as well. This is also unknown shape because there's an overlapping Y. Why? This Y is also something we are trying to find. So when we want to calculate Y, maybe we can calculate that using some known shapes. But we see, with the known shape, you have the smallest semicircle. But we also still have this overlapping part on the green. And we see, actually this green is also connected to W. Maybe you can get some hints here. So there's a common part between the two of them. So how can we understand this? Let's look at another example. So we have our very popular teacher Ma Zhangshi. So one day he comes out to me. He says, "Hey, I'm so handsome. You are so ugly." Then I go, "Pak! You are not. You are lying. You are ugly." So I slap him. I slap him. Then he goes, "Ah!" So of course he's very angry. See, so he wants to slap me back. So he slaps me back. So on the first day, I slap him because he calls me ugly. I slap him 3 times. Of course, teacher Ma doesn't take this lightly. He's so angry. He slaps me back 5 times. So for day 1, question is, what's the difference in our number of slaps? We can see the difference here is 2. But day 2 now he comes up to me. He says, "You are the ugliest person on this earth." This time I'm so much more angry. So I slap him 50 more times compared to day 1. And he also slaps me 50 more times. Of course, he has to slap me more. So we plus 50. What's the difference between the slaps between me and him on day 2? Here, for day 1, 3 plus 50, we get 53. For Teacher Zhang, we have 5 plus 50, we have 55. However, the difference is still 2. So from here we can learn something. That when there's a common part from 2 of them and is added, the difference actually remains unchanged. So we add common part, difference remains unchanged. So for this question, we want to find the difference between W and Y. All we have to do is, can we figure it out? We can just find out the figure of that part here, this part, minus the smallest semicircle. Then we can get the difference between W and Y. So let's get down to the calculation. First, we can see, we have to do some calculations here. Looks like we need to use the other parts as well. So what I can do first is label. And we see, just nice, it gives us WY. So it should be WXYZ, label it down. So let's start off with finding the area of W and Z, right? Which is what we said just now. So first off, of course, we have to find out the big quarter circle here. So the big quarter circle, area of it, what is it? We use pi, and then the radius will be 40, but it's a quarter, so we divide by 4. And here, we notice, we can start pressing our calculator. But here, notice, we will have to do quite a few calculations with this pi here. So a little trick we can do here is, since we need to be as accurate as possible, we don't want so many decimal places. So what we can do is, since we are calculating with pi, we can just leave pi until the very end. Then we calculate. So all we have to do is calculate the number part first. Okay, so for all these questions, make sure you can calculate with the pi, leave it until the end. So from here, calculate it out, we realize it will be 49 pi. Then, moving on, we want to find WZ. So we have to still subtract this bigger semicircle x plus y. So area of x plus y, how do we calculate? Just take the radius 7 divided by 2. And then we will find it will be 24.5. And then we can calculate this unknown shape, which is w plus z, which is 49 pi minus 24 pi, which will give us 24.5 pi as well. And next, we move on to y plus z. Right, this remaining part, all we have to do is, area of this small semicircle, 3.5 squared divided by 2, which will be 6.125. And then, to calculate the w minus and y difference, all we have to do is subtract. So, area of w minus y is just 24.5 minus 6.125 pi, which is just equals to 18.37 pi. And then, we can convert and multiply with pi. And we get 57.726 or 57.73 cm squared in 2 decimal places. So, we can see here, by calculating, we're leaving pi all the way at the end. We save a lot of time in our calculation as well. And we are accurate too. Okay. So let's have a summary. First, what do we learn? If we want to calculate the area of some unknown shapes, what we do? We use some known shapes. And next, if we have a common part, the same of them. If we have a common part, I slap him, he slapped me. Add a common part. The difference is still unchanged. So for shapes, what we can learn is to find the difference of areas in overlapping. First, we use the known shapes. And we use some common overlaps, and notice the difference is still unchanged. And last but not least, when calculating with pi, should we always calculate all the way? No, we leave it until the end. But make sure you don't forget to also multiply by pi at the end also. Okay? If not, let's see if you have mastered this question by testing on another one. So let's see. Try this question out. It's from Nanyang 2024. Okay? So leave your answer in the chat group, the text box below, the comment section, or you can leave it in our WhatsApp group as well. So over here, you can scan this QR code to join our PSLE study group. Okay, if not, you can also scan my QR codes here to contact me personally. If not, see you in the next video. Bye bye.